Reginald here. I've been asked to provide a VOD review of Dolan P's Mr. Fantastic gameplay. As it happens, I think we've actually played against each other on a few occasions, so this will be pretty entertaining for me to see somebody else playing Fantastic about my elo, because you're in GM2 right now for this one. So, and I just hit like C3, and I think we're pretty close together. So let's get into it. We've got two bands. We've got Wolverine and Luna Snow, as well as Cloak and Dagger and Torch. This is actually quite good conditions for you guys to be playing into for heals, because Mr. Fantastic can struggle to punch through Cloak and Dagger's bubble, and Luna Snow's clap and freeze can be difficult to deal with as well. So that's pretty lucky, honestly.
The battle starts in
All right,
5,
so
teleportation time.
let's get to you. Looks like you're gonna be running Penny Fanta. This is quite the tank combo. So in a situation like this, and I'm sure you know this, as the Mr. Fantastic, in a 3 DPS comp, you are the other tank, and you're gonna have to off tank, but you're off tanking for an off tank, and you're not a very good off tank compared to like a more default off tank. This also means that your team is gonna suffer more for being able to heal properly. They're going to have a harder time farming ultimate off of you because of this. But it looks like you're kind of mirror matchupping here with the Mr. Fantastic on the other side. So I think you have some opportunity. So I'm gonna say this real quick. I think that this is a good play, and I'm glad you tried to save her. And it's lucky that she was able to get away. I think the risk here is you could have potentially been in a position where you had to spend Pop-Tart to get out. But I think you're okay. So I don't like this. I don't think there's any value in doing this, in shooting him. I know he's low, but I would have tried to punch him or her. Also, you can just swing these, so like, I think this is really funny, by the way. Like, you guys basically just traded Pop-Tarts right there. Very common for Fantastic to just kind of not do much else. But there you go. You guys are up 1 thanks to Penny's Mines. I like this. I like this a lot. Walking in front of, yeah, it's huge. Good use of your abilities there. So this is very standard. You're playing the tank role, right? You're stalling the payload. I appreciate that. I think you're doing a good job. You're cycling your abilities very well. I don't see any issues here, fundamentally. Nice. I really like this, by the way. The little damage boosted snap to the other Fanta. Good dodge against Fish. You know, I'm gonna say, or a little bit earlier, just like a second ago, rather than going for Fish, since he was probably gonna get away, I might have tried to finish off Bucky. I think you had an opportunity to kill him, and you missed out on it. I don't think it's a big loss, but it definitely could have been you. This is good. You've recognized that, hey, Bucky's going to go behind you, and there's not much you can do about that, so you're going to just stall for point. So you're just going to hold here, and I think that's the correct play. I hate this ult. And let me explain why. Okay, so before you ult this, and where are you at? You are at 74, okay? Who's on the board right now as you're doing this ult? There's a Fish. There's a Bucky deep in the enemy team, right? There's a Moon Knight above who's not looking at you, and there's an Invis back here. Now, I don't know what who is that your Punisher is doing, right? So, but let's just, from your perspective, everybody's running away, right? That's fine. But you're at 74 right here, just before you do this. So you could literally have gone big mode. You still have Pop-Tart. Your goal is to stall. All you have to do, and you still have an E, right? So you could punch her again, instantly E, go big, punch a few times, see how much HP you're losing and how quickly, run around the payload, avoid her grab, right? And as soon as you hear her, like, cancel it pretty quick here, I bet she has grab pretty soon, right? Yeah, she does. So, I mean, you go big mode, you probably need to cancel that right away, but that's just a health pool you can use, right? I probably wouldn't even punch in big mode. I'd probably just go big, cancel it, and work on building again, and then have my shift ready immediately. Then you've got your shift, you're jumping around the payload, it's still available. As soon as she tries to go for the grab, you shift it away from it, and then you go big. Then as soon as that ends, you go big again, and anytime you're threatened, at any moment, if your health gets low and you're threatened, then you pop your ultimate to get that full HP back. With that ultimate, you've got two options. You bounce on the payload, you're not going to kill anybody, but you're going to stall. Another option is you bounce out, right, and just run away back to your team. A final option is you bounce twice and then bounce once out, and then bounce the last bounce out as well. All of those options would have served you better here than just slapping Q because you had it. You didn't need it now. You're not going to kill fish.
Better make this count.
Hello there.
Yeah, there's nothing else you can do here. But do you see how you died with right here? Imagine if you played exactly the same way, but instead of using your ult, you ulted out of your shift right here. You're in shift, you hit ult, you could have killed Invis with that. It just that difference right there would have killed Invis.
The moon.
Okay, let's skip ahead till you're back. There you
I'm
go.
more resilient than you think.
Okay, so we heard Moon go off. Presumably there, Mr. Fantastic still has it, and he does, but you should know that. It's not a big deal if he does either way. You're back. That's good. Took a lot of damage there. Not good. I like that you just go ahead and walk up with your shift. I think that's nice. It's a good use of it. This is good focus by you, by the way, especially with that ult available. Like, this Mr. Fantastic is getting gift by you so hard. Like, even if we look at it just now, like, he's, what, 1? He's got 3,000 damage and about the same amount of damage blocked. You've got 5,000 damage, same damage block. So, like, you're really outplaying him a lot. Right now, he's died way more than you. It gets worse as this game goes on. I watched a little bit of it just to make sure I knew what I was talking about. So the one thing I'm going to say here is, and I see you being careful, but just watch for Bucky and listen for that sound, right? That hook sound. Bucky is probably one of the bigger threats to Mr. Fantastic because of his damage capacity and how easy it is for him to do it. I think you could have pushed over a little more to the right and played this calm and been able to push into this, because I don't think this M is paying attention to you. And if you had been fighting like this instead, and then just walk, and then just like eat back, you would have been okay. I think there's an opportunity here that got missed. I think you're too worried about playing on cart. And I'm not saying that you're doing a bad job, but I think Penny's got cart pretty locked down, and you could have been in a different place. Nice, alright. That's huge. Good use of the amplifier. So you definitely, this is great. This is a great position. You're just inside, and the payload can't move. The one thing I want to point out, though, is if we back up slightly. So you saw Invis over here before the smoke. You can't see her now. That's fine. You look up. You see shots. Okay? You know she's there. You have to get to payload. I totally agree you have to get to payload here. Honestly, I'm such a spaz, I'd probably have just eat it, but you managed to walk up on it. Nice. But I would swing here and then look behind me and see if Invis is off to the right.
Again!
Right? Because you're just punching one guy, and you could be whipping around and hitting Invis too if she's there. She even just jumped. So, I mean, look where she is. She was like... Let's back that up so I can show you.
Again!
Here's what that looks like. You could have hit her a couple of times. She'd been very low. And Fish is busy, right? So that's an opportunity whenever Fish does this for you to finish her off. I know you can't. You didn't want to leave point because you've got again going on and you need to be here, right? Good reprioritization. I think this is smart. And you get the kill. Nice. Huge. What's this ult for? Why? Like, is our goal here to get kills? Is our goal here to maximize our survivability? I don't understand this ult personally. Like, you still had all your resources. You could have just gone big mode. Keep in mind, his ultimate does like 100 damage every like second or so, up to 160, whereas big mode punches do 80. So you could have gone big mode and gotten nearly as much damage. So it's not like this is like a huge value. I mean, maybe you got the pick there on Fish because of this. So, okay. But I want you to consider for a moment that Moon Knight just died to shotgun here. We got another DPS rolling in. We got Rocket rolling in. Like, you were gonna make it through this fight, and maybe you wouldn't have killed Fish, but you could. But Fantastic's never gonna drive you off this point, right? You're gonna live here forever, and you had your ult, so you could have hit shift and then ulted if you got enough damage. So your stall here could have been way stronger, even though you got the kill. You could have had ult for next fight instead of this fight. You didn't need it.
30 seconds.
Make this count. Hold the perimeter.
That's the thing you have to think about with his ult is like, It wasn't a bad ult. You got kills with it, but could you have gotten more value by being even stickier, by being even slower to consume that resource? Mr. Fantastic's ult is a self-heal, right?
Feeling fantastic.
Final 10 seconds.
Man, that was not good for Punisher to have Punisher die there.
Let me return the favor, morons.
Disappear.
That's nasty. Okay, so here's part of your problem. It took a long time. You were getting healed, but not very fast. This is an easy miscalculation to make. I'm not blaming you for this one. That was the correct play, by the way. That was the correct person to target. Okay, so you've taken some damage. You are getting healed. This pull looks really sane. What you needed to do here was E.
Disappear.
You did. I don't think you even had time. God, you got exploded. Yeah, you can cancel out of that with an E. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Disappear.
Like right after the yoink, I'm pretty sure. There. I think you can do it there. I don't know if you had time, though, to be honest. I think the problem is, like, this is a situation where you probably wanted to just right-click the ground instead of using your E, but it's really... Or using your... Maybe use your E before you right-click. Yeah, that's what I would have done. There you go. Like, I'm just looking at it, right? Like, I'm not saying I would have made the correct decision in the moment. I'm saying that looking back at this, the correct decision was to E to gain survivability, then right-click the ground. Yeah, you could have hit big mode off of E. So you would have actually survived this. Yeah, not much you could do about getting blown the hell up. God, Bucky does so much damage. It's hilarious. Alright. That happened. Is what it is. Are you checking your phone? Buddy, you gotta go. You've been here for almost 10 seconds. Let's go. What are you waiting for? You said I'm a 5v6. Don't do that. Ah, yeah. We lost one. You're late.
Targets down.
Maybe something came up. I get it. Life's hard. But try not to have stuff come up in the 15-minute game. This is fine positioning-wise. Oh, no. Yeah, of course. You just walked out in front of 5 people, and Rocket's not going to just huck his ult into the open. You know that. He's going to put it behind like cover or something so people can play off of it. But they're not going to... Yeah. That was a throw. That was absolutely a throw right there. Okay, they got a pick. They got a counter pick. They got counter picked by Bucky. Counter picked again by Bucky on Loki. I don't know what Loki's doing that he's getting killed by a Bucky from that position. He got rezzed. All right. Emma ulted with low health, clearly. Good bailout attempt. There's literally nothing to do here. They're already capped. So you dying there costs the point because remember, you're second tank. You can't, and you don't have second tank healing. Like you can't just like walk in like that. It's one of the rare cases where like being Fanta, unless you have big mode ready to go, just doesn't let you move like that. And what are you gonna do? You're gonna run into Bucky and Hawkeye. Like you're gonna get, and Emma, you're gonna get destroyed against that in the open. You need to play cover. Anyway, I don't need to harp on that. I'm sure you saw your own mistake and were like, yeah, no, I shouldn't have done that. Is what it is. Still, I want to call this out real quick because I noticed earlier, their Fanta is 3 and 12, right? So 3 finals, 4 deaths, 12 assists. You're at 5. You have 3,000 more damage than him and 1,000 damage taken, and you've died the same number of times. You are outperforming the Fantastic on the other team, which means that this is going to come down. The deciding factor is going to be the other DPS on your team and the other tanks on your team. Unfortunately, it looks like Penny is dying a lot here, though she was playing Emma for a bit, so maybe it's that she's not very familiar with Emma. We'll have to look and see how this plays out. But just in terms of like overall performance, you're doing well, obviously. 74% accuracy, that's good. Like you're just getting a lot of value. You're dying slow. So I think I would have swung for those guys and just to distract them. It doesn't like it's not like they're gonna do anything to you, right? Like you're fantastic. You're not going anywhere. There's a health kit right there. You could have picked it up and continue your little path. You're not very loud either. Most of the time people get hit by fantastic and don't know what happened, right? So oh, it's a shame about that med kit.
Feeling fantastic.
This is good. You're very good. Great target priority. Chase her down.
Armed and dangerous.
Yep. Good, good, good.
Let me return the
Oh,
favor.
that always makes you sweat, but you pulled it off. Nice. I don't object to any of that. I think that was all very reasonable. This is good. This is actually the correct play to take some damage. I don't know what your healer is doing, not giving you any healing though. Like, please. Because remember, you are, like you said, like I said multiple times, you are the other tank right now, so you have to take extra damage on purpose on your health so they can heal it, right? Otherwise, they can't build ultimates,
The moon.
and you will get lapped. This is good. This is a bit risky. This is good. You had your ult. You use it. Nice. Huge on the fish.
Feeling fantastic.
Marvelous. Went for the invis. Very good. That's just annoying. That what just happened there. I'm gonna be honest with you. Get him. Yeah, there you go. Well done. Well done.
Here comes trouble. Only 60 seconds left.
Really like how you're just blocking her off in an attempt to protect your supports from that and not give her the value that she's trying to get. This is good. You're just controlling point. This card's very playable for Fanta. It's one of the nice things about this map. Yep, good. Nobody was really looking at you, so you got to go big. Oh, huge, 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 huge. Yep, good, good. All you had to do was get out of there alive. Everything that just happened was textbook. Like, you got almost killed, but you didn't. Now you're fine, right? You had plenty of time to recover. Your cooldown is back. You can play as aggressive as you want.
Fantastic!
I would have looked for an opportunity to go on the supports there. That's fine too. That wasn't necessary.
Keep fighting until we have a winner.
It's very easy to make the mistake of, oh, you need to cancel this. You need to cancel this. So you're not going to get any kills in that situation. And all you're doing is being really big. So it's going to make it really hard for you to get healed relative to how much damage you can take, right? So you needed to cancel that sooner. So you can go to small mode and have it enhanced range. So you can go back to doing damage, even if it's less damage, while still getting healed, right? And also have access to your shift. Real quick, if we go back to where you're like walking around. Okay, you already want to cancel this unless you expect you're going to die on point. You're very lucky you don't. But keep in mind, you've got an E here. So you can, even though it doesn't seem like you have a lot of space here to get health back, you cancel this, you become smaller, harder to hit. You hit your E. That pairs up with your shield, which is currently active. You could have honestly been okay.
Controlling me.
Yeah, you're not going to get the fish. Oh, he didn't go for the edge. What is he doing? The fish is throwing, dude. That's fine. I don't object to any of that. I would not have used that here. Let's see how it goes. I don't think it's going to kill anybody. Nope. Does anybody else have a follow-up? Nope. It's not bad. I mean, I'll explain why I wouldn't have used this here, okay? Right here, your big mode, you have shift, you have C, you have 1 E, and your right click's on 3 seconds. So you cancel out of this. And like all you had to do, like nobody's low right now. Everybody's gonna have all their resources and cooldowns probably. So like you're not gonna get any kills in this condition. You might be able to force out the invis ult, and that's good that you do. And she basically panics. So that's good. Does anybody get anything on the map? Nope. I think you can see my point. It's like you're not getting any value here, so this isn't a very good ult. Like you're better saving it if you don't need it until you secure something. Like imagine comboing your ult with Punisher's ult in a second here, or you know, trying to force out invis. Very good, very good, very good. Yeah, you kill that. Oh, they're not even on the point. Idiots.
Score is 0
You're doing great, by the way. I don't really have any objections. I think
Time to switch things
sorry,
up,
that's a dumb way to frame that.
including which side
I have
you're on.
objections to a few minor things, but for the most part, you've been very efficient.
You'll need a top-notch
with your
team to
abilities.
win this one.
Okay, let's skip to the next section. What I'd like to say here is I genuinely think that you're doing a really good job. It's obviously you know how to play the character very well. You understand how to do a lot of things. You're playing very like main oriented right now, basically playing second tank. You have to do that sometimes on Fantastic. You're doing a good job of it. You're dying very little. You're soaking up a lot of damage without falling over. And I think that's, you know, it's showing up really well. You've got tons of finals. The one thing I'm noticing that I think is your
30
ults
seconds
haven't
before
been
you
super
attack.
great. I
Get
think you
ready.
need to use the jump out of shift attack more often because it extends your life.
Please tell me this isn't the
Get the timing right or you'll die. You only have like 2 seconds, not the full 3 seconds that it lasts
Think
for
about
to use it.
What could be more romantic than saving the universe side by side?
Literally.
But overall, I think you're doing fine.
Noted.
Better than fine. Excellent. I think you
I
easily
have
get to
complete
Celestial with
faith
this kind of
in your
rubber
ability to
gameplay.
complete this mission, Herbie.
Okay, this is good, but I want you to go more off to the side room. Oh, that was a good chase down, though. So, when I'm talking about the side room, I'm not like let's watch your approach again. God, you guys are doing so much damage here. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. I'll say that I think that your choice here, since you had the healing, you had the health, and you had the health pool advantage overall, was the correct decision. Maybe I'm too tempted sometimes. Huge. Yep. This is good. This is great even. Walking through that side room, taking the other angle. This is really, really dangerous. Oh, you got big lucky surviving that. Good job to the invis for keeping you up. That's like the most dangerous foe to be fighting in that circumstance. Huge dodge. Good reaction, dude. You read her like a book. Good. Shooting over shields. Yep. Very good.
Feeling fantastic.
The moon haunts you.
Oh no. That's fine, I guess. What's Fish gonna do, huh? Get the medkit. Oh. Yeah, alright, cool. How about you? Nope, too late. I was about to I was faster than you. I would have ulted there. The second I saw my health pool was low and my shields were high, I would have just ulted and bounced out. Because then, look what's going to happen. Like, you could have just gotten out there, I think. Now they're going to fold, because what are they going to do? You're still fine here. I know they have an Iron Man now, but you have a Spider-Man and a Punisher. Like, you don't need to swap. All you have to be able to do, all you have to be willing to do is jump after the Iron Man some of the time. And as long as your team isn't literal dog, you'll kill him. This is good. This is really good. Bad Fantastics don't do this. They don't go on this off angle, and they don't get value. Ooh, you're in the open too much. Good, yep. That's the funny thing about being Fanta. Huge.
Maximum pulse.
There it is. Nobody respects the Fanta AA, but they're wrong. Very good, very good, very good. This is all good. Ah, that should have been your kill. Too bad. Chase down the animals. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
This is real firepower.
Cancel that. Good. Good. Huge. Gotta get out of here. Nice. There it is again. Yeah, that guy's so mad right now. You can feel it. You can feel how mad he is. Good. Get away from that. She can't grab you if you don't want to be grabbed.
I'm sure those are bad guys.
On purpose, but it was delicious.
60 seconds left.
Yeah. No, you were walking them down.
Like the clever shortcut, Steve.
By the eye of Agamotto.
Oh, you need to stand on somebody. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
The only way we win this is to get it.
Yeah, get the mag. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Vehicle reached its checkpoint.
This is so nasty. I like this. I like that you're not even trying. You're just like, I'll push cart, you guys kill him. Let it take as long as possible. That's the play. He should have made himself, he should have jumped on the cart and blown himself up, basically. Instead of trying to live. Cool. This round is going, honestly, better for you than it went for them by a lot. So, I mean, they're off the Fantastic, and I mean, look at you right now. You're at 19 finals, and your Punisher's at 18, right? And this whole time, you've died less and taken as much damage. Punisher releases, stop pretending he's a tank, apparently. The thing is just, like, running him over. It's crazy. Good prioritization. You gotta shift that. You gotta, yeah. You played the edge more than I would have, but you lived, so I think it's okay.
Gotta admit, gets things done.
That almost hurt.
The moon haunts you.
It's very tempting to hit shift when you hear fish ult. Don't forget that fish ult actually doesn't. Yeah, get him. Fish ult actually doesn't trigger right away, so you can wait until you see it on the ground before using it. You had plenty of health. You had time.
Let me return the favor. We gotta look out. Feeling fantastic.
Yep. Nice. Huge. Huge. You're just. They can't do anything. They're heavily staggered.
This is real fire.
Okay, let me teach you something in case you didn't know. You can actually swing into the ult first, and then swing down into Emma here to do damage. Okay, you figured it out. Never mind. Yup. This is so fat. God. Fantastic is so fun. That was such a great ult. That was a really good one. You sense the momentum shift. You sense the way they're out of position. You sense that you could get them, and you popped off. Now they're going to be heavily delayed. Good looking out for your team. Good coverage. Yep. This is great. This is that kind of subtle play right there is what separates a good Fantastic from like a mid Fantastic. You save that guy's life. He gets to keep playing even though he screwed up. Listen. You could have prevented that one, but I've done it too. You forgot your shift was not, you just used your shift because you weren't in that much danger. So in your brain, you're like, I'm fine. I didn't take that much damage. I'm just using a shield. But you're not using a shield. You're using your own survivability tool. So.
The moon.
That's okay. They're spending huge here, which, like, don't even worry about it. This is fine. Just don't push ahead of time. Take a little damage, I like. Perfect. That's exactly what you want. Oh my lord. That was scary. Doing magic.
Shields up. Anyone willing to
You
help?
deserve far better than that.
Gotcha. Feeling fantastic. That's my way.
Is Magic just giving up? Is Magic throwing? Oh my god.
Let me return the favor.
I have a shield.
Scary, but you're alright. You're fine. You don't have your shift.
Find a way to
Yeah.
bring you back. Supernatural threat is a favor.
That was honestly worth just to get rid of the Ankh. Get her, yeah! Ugh. Sometimes it's just like, you feel like you should have hit that and you just don't. I think you need to swing those around a bit more. You could have dragged that into Emma. You could have hit two people at once. Perfect use of an E. Yep. Keep your invis alive. Oh, yep. Alright. Don't worry about that one. You just overestimated how much healing you were going to get there.
I won't rest until this is solved.
And you are at 25 finals. Doing great. They're making the mistake of running a magic into you, which is just like, don't do that.
You have my gratitude. for my friends.
Feeling fantastic.
30 seconds.
That should limit Moon Knight's
That
power.
was unfortunate.
Hang in there, pal. Benji's on the case.
Feel the pull.
Magic is literally like tilted beyond belief, I guess.
This is real firepower!
You know the program.
At this point in the game, there's not much advice to give you because you're fighting a 5v6. Like, good. Yep.
Keep fighting until we have.
Okay. Did you get rooted there? No, you can ult.
Keep fighting.
Why aren't you moving? What's going on? Are you just like goofing off? Just solid. Both your supports were dead.
The moon haunts you!
I don't think you should have ulted there. Now that I'm looking at who's dead and alive, I stopped paying attention a little bit because you guys are throwing. You guys are throwing. Everybody on your team is throwing right now. You literally are losing a 5v6 because you guys are throwing. Stop feeding. What is going on here?
Keep fighting until we have a winner.
The moon haunts you!
Okay. You guys aren't paying attention to who's healing. You guys are on overtime. I gotta back up now. I gotta back up and see what just happened. I gotta like actually watch what happened. Good, alright.
Is real firepower!
That was your time to leave. Or Don. Did you get... I don't know what stuck you in place. Feels like you're stuck, but I can't understand why. Is that why you're looking around? Because it looks like you're stuck, but to what? I don't see squirrels. Invis died and didn't need to invis through. Okay. You're not on when you need to be. Why are you not moving? You look like you're stuck, unable to move. Did you bug out here? Like, what is this? Like, you're not moving. You should be moving. You should be, like, hopping around and shit. Okay. I would send this to me, too. Like, why did I lose this game? I'm telling you why you lost this game. You guys trickled at the end. Let's go look at it from the top down. It won't even be that hard to show you. Like, look at this. You've got... Magic is literally like, yo, I'm throwing the game. I'm actually throwing the game. Also, listen, it's funny when somebody does this, but you should actually just destroy that person. Why? Well, ult charge, preventing them from getting any ult charge, preventing them from changing their mind, getting a surprise kill. Like, maybe they're talking in chat, like, I'm throwing, I'm too mad. You don't have time for this. You have 19 seconds. That better have gone into a Twitter clip somewhere, or whatever people use. TikTok. Ooh, this invis is like low as shit. She needs to use her own shield. Okay, so here's part of our problem. We've walked onto the point at 19 seconds. We've gotten terrified and impatient, and so we are feeding. And this happened in part because you were just fucking around. Look at this. The thing walks up. He's like, I'm a tank. I'm going forwards. He really should have noticed that magic too, and then like, I better kill that. Why? Why would you spend... What? How long has Venom been here? What's Venom doing? Alright, he's in the back line. Getting brutalized. Ooh. Is he there alone? Sorry, I gotta back this up and figure out what the heck just happened. Achieve. No one on your team is alive. This is why you lost the game. This play is bad. There is a med pack on respawn there. There is a med pack. I believe there's a med pack in this room. No, it's on. Is it underground? Where it used to be here, but then the terrain moved. I think it stopped being here after a point, right? There's a med pack There's another med pack around here somewhere. Am I crazy? Yeah, there's one over here. So he could have gotten that med pack, and he could have gotten this med pack if he didn't already have it. Instead, because like he has his swing, like he should go. Instead, he's diving this fish. Not going to kill a fish, by the way. You're never going to kill a fish. Like, then Emma runs over and beats him. Now this is a problem. You guys have 19 seconds left. Right? I don't even know why he's wounded, but it doesn't matter. Thing runs to the point. Doesn't need to spend this cooldown to get to the point. Does E to save the Venom, so that's not the worst outcome of that chain of bad decisions. Here's Moon Knight. Yeah. Okay. You're rooted now, so you're not going to be able to get moved. Okay, so you free up here. You're doing this. You don't want to get off point, probably. You definitely didn't see why that you would want to be off point here. This is really nasty, though. The problem is Emma. You walked past Emma instead of keeping Emma like in front of you, I think. You're hoping someone's going to shoot you or something, but nobody is. You just lost 2. They have a rocket. They have a rocket boost. Invis, what, walking around on point? What's the play here? Yeah, she was just audible. She should have been hiding, like, here. Just, like, standing around doing nothing.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Of course she's gonna have that for the final fight. This is how far away you guys were, and you were winning the whole game. And you guys just let them get away with murder here because your tanks played bad, basically. Swap from Venom to Emma on overtime. Where's Strange? Where's stay Venom and dive back on the point?
Final score 2-3.
Okay, so there were mistakes you made, but the biggest one that everybody made was not going in together to the point.
Down to 30 seconds.
You guys started, you got here, you got to the choke, and the AoE damage at the choke turned your team's brains off, apparently. Like, literally, they didn't know what to do, they couldn't do anything right. I don't know what else to say. And because you guys fed so hard, you guys actually unironically lost a 5v6. This person is doing nothing. You could have killed him and the game would have continued. But you left him there and they're throwing. And they're going to win. I don't even think they know that they're throwing. They don't participate at all. Good job, Thing. Yep. Oh god.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
That's tragic, honestly. You had that one in the bag, I think. But your team couldn't hold it together at the end. You guys got too stressed out. Started making bad plays. Yeah, literally, that was completely winnable. Alright, well. The ending of this game, what cost you this game, was actually not you. And you could have ulted here, maybe, and survived a little longer and held this point a little longer. But your team was just trickling really hard after a point and like playing badly. You might be able to ult and stagger, but that's about all you had on your table. And I doubt you would have killed anything sufficient to win you the game. And then you might have been able to survive long enough to get your team back on the point, and maybe somebody could have done something. Let's see, what do we have for ults? The Thing could have ulted. You might have had enough time for Loki to ult if you could have stalled long enough, but I don't think you could have into this much damage coming from the enemy team, to be honest. You needed to, in your Pop-Tart, be backing this way and taking some space, and so that you could E into your friends. And that might have helped, but very unlikely. You could have also moved back here or back here. Just take some space, be quiet. Let the enemy let the enemy get your overtime. Let the enemy throw damage elsewhere. Or just try to refuse to die as much as possible. Invis through. So, I mean, and yeah. All right, well. I'll probably have to cut this section at the end down, because honestly, like, I'm going over it and I'm like, I'm not seeing anything else besides what I've already mentioned that you could have done. The game was lost when you guys lost cohesion at the end. Warm regards. I would like to take a moment to provide a special thank you to a Rando Dude and Joseph Davison for being Oathmaker level members, and to Zimis3 and Fluff. Also, a shout out to Vinny for continuing to support my channel whenever I do have time to stream. Hopefully that will pick up again soon. Guys, genuinely, I really appreciate it a lot. It honestly is just so encouraging to have you guys supporting me like that, and it means a lot to me personally. So thank you. I hope to continue to bring you high quality content. I continue to do my best. So take care, and I'll see you around. Thanks so much for visiting, and bye-bye.